Welcome everybody to another edition of Speedway Stories. It's your host Wally and Johnny Bongs. Hope you guys all had a great weekend and everything else. Real quick, I want to shout everybody out that can make it Friday night for my kind of throw together shop talk ordeal called Wally's Motorsports World. Um, we'll probably be going to do that for a few Fridays here up until race season really kicks in up here around Ohio and everything else. Because I know up here Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays are usually busy and everything else, and then fair season kicks in. So that's going to be something to kind of kill the time with Friday nights if you guys want to just come and hang out. Tonight I got a returning guest. I got Brock Talbott coming back tonight to talk about the 2026 season. Let's welcome him. What's
How's it
up,
going?
Brock?
How's it
Good
going?
man. It's going,
Welcome
buddy.
back, guys.
Thank you, everybody in the chatters box. What's up, Jamie? So, how's your off season been there, sir? You get your chassis redone and everything after the end of the year last year?
It's coming along. It's been busy. I can tell you that.
Well,
Done a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I seen your old body made its debut in over in Fort Wayne this past weekend.
Yeah, Dale bought that off of me. I was impressed, dude. He fixed that thing up way better than I would have imagined because it was tore up after Coshocton.
Oh yeah, especially the whole front end and through the hood the way it was. Yeah.
And he said he had to add 10 inches to the roof, which I didn't realize, but it turned out really good. I was happy it
Oh,
turned
yeah.
out good for him.
It
That's the best
looks
that truck's looked.
I like that body on there, man. It makes it that
Yep.
square body. Don't get me wrong, looked good, but that thing was patched so many times between him and Springston and shit. It wasn't
Yep.
funny.
Yeah, that truck looks way better.
So, with everything going on, what's your goals for the 2026 season this year, man?
Uh,
I'm gonna put you on
coming
the spot right off the rip.
coming out,
Oh,
I'm coming
yeah.
out swinging. I can tell you that.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I want to be very very competitive, and I just hope everything holds together like I think it should. And my goal is I'm there to win this year.
Gonna give gonna give everybody try to give everybody a run for their money this year, huh?
That's the goal.
Hey,
Done a
Yeah.
lot in the off season. I've put a lot of money into it, and I just don't see why you would put this kind of money into something if you aren't there to win.
that and plus still
Well,
besides winning, you gotta have some fun in the process.
Oh,
Winning,
absolutely. Always there for
winning
fun, but the end goal is
is the
I want to
win.
win.
Yep, to get
Yeah.
that first place.
Like
Hey,
if I don't win, I'm still gonna be there and have a blast. I'll be driving. It's just what I like to do. But the end goal is to win.
well, if you didn't notice,
yeah.
I got your brother to take his Jeep down for sale.
Oh yeah, he's
I
all he's all ready now. He's ready to go.
I'm like, I had Wes under that Monday, and he's in the comments. He goes, "Yep, time to get the Jeep all redone. I took everything and done this with it." And I'm like, "Dude, we just talked over the weekend. You
It
had
didn't
that
take
thing for
much
sale."
convincing, did it?
No, it did not. It took like took 2 days, 2.5 days
Yeah,
to Tyler decided he's going to keep it because we were talking because his kids playing ball and everything else. I'm like, dude,
yeah.
I've been there, done that, and take your time and everything else.
It's
Go
just
coach
fun
and stuff.
because I think he realized that all of us are doing it, and it's just a big family atmosphere. I mean, we got
Oh
me,
yeah.
Brad, him. We had Kyle. It's just fun. It's something that gets honestly the most fun part to me is just going with Brad and Tyler and Kyle to all these races and just hanging out and just it's a family affair, just having fun.
Doing sharing the passion and enjoying it and competing against each other.
Yeah,
Oh,
win or
yeah.
lose, it's always fun.
Sad part is Brad had more bragging rights last summer out of the family. Oh.
Oh, absolutely, as he should, as he should.
Yeah, just
He
gotta get
earned
the
that.
kid. Oh hell yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Like when I had him on the show, like I told him the last two races, if Tyler wasn't having the issues that he was having, man, it was gonna come down to winning Coshocton,
Oh,
pretty
it was
much.
going to be the best driver win, that's for sure.
Hmm
It's
Hell yeah.
unfortunate. It's
Oh,
unfortunate what happened to Tyler because
Yeah.
We all know Tyler can drive with the best of them.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Especially now that he's got that damn truck dialed in, man.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
that truck is fast.
So part of besides hitting the fair circuit and doing the points for that, are you gonna hit any of these monster truck shows coming up?
I think I'm gonna hit a couple. I'm gonna stick strictly with the fair stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see what it's about. I'll make my decision there, but as of this year, I think I'm gonna stick with the fairs. Just I want to see what it's about. I know what Tyler and them have going on with the fairs and Al and all them. I just
Yeah.
think right now that's more of a developed group. I think it's going to be
Right.
a little.
It's
I think it's going to be a little more competitive. I'm not saying that what they have going on is not going to be competitive, but I
no.
just
Well, the thing of it is, it's a trial error, but also with that kind of stuff doing, as you've seen personally, running Croton's monster truck show, they're on a time schedule.
yep,
They got a
oh, for
certain
sure.
certain time window, so it's kind of not like the fair points races. I mean, yeah, it's badass. They're doing side by side racing. I mean, it's
yeah.
cool. You can. What's going to be neat is go to get to race twice in 1 week at a couple fairs and shit if they have them. That at the same fairs. But yeah, I get where you're coming from. It's just
I
it's
like the fair aspect because it's best driver win. It's all a different track all the time. You never know what
Oh,
to expect. Where the couple that I went to last year, they all seemed like they had kind of the same layout. You knew what you were getting into. You know what I mean?
right, yeah, and,
oh yeah.
and with and with the fair circuit, the fairs hitting them, there's all different kinds. But
Yep.
like we talked the last time there at the end of the season, some of these fairs, man, Jesus Christ, I don't know even how you mod guys still was able to hold your trucks together on a lot of those tracks you guys raced at,
Just close your eyes and hope for the best.
or get
Yeah.
pissed off and just whiskey throttle it.
That's right.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
Do not
Yeah.
do this year, dude. If it
Yeah, I agree
dies,
with you.
if it dies, take a deep breath. I know you're in the moment. It's one of those things you say it now, but yeah, when you're in the moment, I'd probably done the same thing, dude. Trust me, we've all been there.
I've gotten a bad tutor for like the last 15 years. I don't know if you know my cousin or not, but it's
Yep.
hold it to the floor and go.
Yep. Oh yeah. It definitely is. It's one of those deals. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you got to catch the show with Jr. before he lost service with us. I mean,
Yeah.
I like the concept. You know what I
No, I
mean?
like the idea. I'm not hating on it or anything. I
No,
want to
it
go
just
see what it's about
I
before
think
I
it's
just
cool
go and
though.
jump ship.
Well, the thing of it is too, it's one of those deals. Like I said, the double dipping thing. You can go. You know, you're going against the best of the best during the fair part.
Yep.
Then you can go find out. You don't have to worry about the breakdowns or anything at the monster truck shows with the stocks being there. It's
Now
modified. Find out
I
who the
do like the
best.
aspect if that is true that if you show up to the monster truck show, say there's 16 of you and there's only 8 that can race, they're going to have a qualifying, so it's a best man
Yep,
win. I do
it
like
is.
that aspect of, you
That's what
know,
it is. That's what they're gonna do.
they're going to
So,
qualify you and if you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't.
yep.
So I
Yeah,
think
that's
that'll
what.
be a better show on their end.
Well, and the thing of it is it's new, and I know it kind of a new ordeal layout things, and I hope it works on both ends. But
Yeah,
yeah, the fair thing though, like you said, it's a guaranteed because that's been there since day one. So
right.
Oh yeah.
Xiphias, get a new fucking phone or quit drinking, dude. You're quit. You can't type the shit on your phone. Fat finger and everything. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was. I like the idea, but it also gives you mod guys a little more locally too to double race if you got the time to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know some of you
absolutely.
can't. Some of you can, but at the same time, like you said, if they do 16 of you guys show up and they're only taking 8, I mean, it's freaking. It's
It's a
gonna be
free for
bad.
all. Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna find out of that 16, which 8 are the best that's gonna be there that night running. I mean, it'll be.
absolutely.
But also, it comes back to like Jr. said, not anything. What size of track is the fair board going to give most of these things with the monster truck shows? That's what's going to hurt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he says. The only downfall. is because some of these fairs do not actually give them a big enough ordeal.
That's why I loved Hartford because you could open it up there.
Oh yeah.
Oh
It
yeah.
was fast. I mean, down that first backstretch against the fence, you could lay into it.
Grandstand side, dude, you guys were all fucking singing when you got down there on that side, man. I mean, it
Yep,
was just it. It was a speed trap, man. I mean, it was there.
absolutely.
But yeah, if you could have, I mean, if they could get fairs like that where they let them open up, and if Knox would be nice enough, the monster truck show, kind of open it up like they do
Yeah,
Wednesday night,
Oh
that'd make
yeah.
a hell of a show.
yeah.
Do
It
like
seemed
They
what
like
had
they
one.
only had like half of the track. If they really opened that up, it'd be a lot different.
Yeah, and but that's the thing you gotta. That's the thing. Like he was saying, he's worked with a lot of fairs. They ain't giving much space for a lot of these fairs for them to do, so it makes it
Right.
even tighter for you trying to do a modified rough truck track too, on top of having the monster truck track. I mean,
Absolutely,
that sucks.
absolutely.
But so, is there anything new and exciting in your world that's happened in the off season other than getting the truck rebuilt? Their
Nothing
vacation boy.
crazy. I went on a cruise last week. That was about the only exciting thing so far. Other than that, it's just been swipe the card and get parts ordered and put them together.
Was that your first cruise you ever been on?
Yeah,
How'd you like it?
it was awesome. Anybody that hasn't been, I would recommend 100%.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself on that.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good little break.
Need it, especially after the cold and up and down weather we've had here in Ohio, man. Poor
Oh
Johnny
yeah,
up there in New York, they got more than we did when it comes to the snow shit. So,
We we went from snow to warm and no snow the last 2 days.
oh yeah,
that doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
yeah, you guys are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking around, man. It's gonna be interesting to see the trucks this year in the mod class, man. I mean, we've
Yeah,
already seen three of them already run that this past weekend. It's gonna be
yep.
interesting.
Oh
Everybody holds together, so.
Yeah, I think this year is going to be extremely competitive. I think there's all of us have done a lot of things, and you already got the guys that are already competitive coming back too.
Hmm.
hell
Yes,
yeah.
Cecil didn't go much. I know he's done some modifications and shit and updates on his truck, I guess, from after that West Virginia ordeal. So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was
Cecil's
another,
one to watch. Cecil's one to watch for. He can run with the best of them.
and that's just out of the blue. That
Oh yeah.
he came out of nowhere.
I mean, he's first year guy just like I was, and he came out swinging.
Yeah, you finally got yourself. You was getting yourself there, especially once you changed your cheater brakes around, man, and actually got you a set that worked.
Yeah, the I had just a dual Amazon special, and I had to yank the crap out of that thing to even get it to engage. And I switched over to a Willwood, and first time we even put it, I mean, you pull it just a tad bit, that truck spins around right now. And it was Shorty and Logan that told me, they were like, "You need to get a Willwood. You need to get a Willwood." And I was like, whatever. And then I
You
finally
found out.
I've made the switch, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
Oh yeah, they are pricey, but man, are they make you
It's a
get you
night and
down
day
where.
difference.
Well, the bad part with the Amazon ones, I got looking into those because actually my cousin's got one. Those proportioning valves in there suck.
Yeah, they're not great.
No, they're actually that's actually the weak point of that whole thing. If they had basically the concept of the Wilbur, dude, they'd be great for the money, but you get what you pay for off of Amazon, which
Yeah,
sucks.
I didn't know how much I would like just the single stick. Honestly, I think if I could go back, if Willwood made a dual stick, I think I would run duals, but they don't.
Yeah, they only do the single.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because
But
then
yeah,
you sometimes you get confused, and that way it's automatically if I pull the right one, I'm turning right. If I pull the left one, I'm turning left.
because then it one's forward and the one's backwards on them on
Yeah,
theirs the way they're doing.
I have mine. You can switch them however you want, but I have mine set up If I'm turning right, I pull back. If I'm going left, I push forward.
Yeah, that would be nice. Somebody needs to take that design and give it to them and say, "Hey, here, take this and make it for this for us, please."
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, because everybody, I mean, anybody that races a modified or cheaters, especially, I know the Pennsylvania boys, Foy Toy and Company, and all those guys, they run the Wildwards. Pat Winchester ran them in that before he sold the truck to Springston. That
Yeah.
actually had that set up in it.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of the best things I've purchased since I've started doing this.
So, yeah, main question: you sticking with the same motor, or did you go through and get you a big boy toy? Finally,
Motor's the exact same. Carburetor will be different. That's the only difference.
you're gonna let her eat.
I switched to a 950. I
Okay,
had a 750 on it last year.
yeah. Give her a little more fuel on that throttle.
That's the goal. And then transmission got redone. That should hopefully fix my shifting issue because it wasn't shifting at all.
You guys, the bad part is you found that out what late in the season, didn't you?
No, I knew the whole time. I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to give up my whole season for it.
Gotcha.
I mean, I
What's
probably
going
would have
on?
gave up my whole season. It was just kind of the truck was work. It was working. It was running. So I just kind of stuck with it. And
Well, it
if it
won you
went
Morrow
catastrophic,
County.
it went catastrophic. If it didn't, it didn't. It just happened to not.
Yeah, it worked for you at Morrow County, man. Got you a
Yeah,
W.
I'm not sure what gear. I think it was stuck in second gear. I could be wrong, but all I had was park, reverse, and drive, or one gear. That's all I had.
Hey,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna know how to act now with it all working. Uh-oh, look out, we're
Yeah.
all in trouble now.
Well,
But yeah, so it pretty much still same setup, everything last year, or
same setup, pretty much. I
good.
beefed up the front axle a little bit, but
Oh no
that
shit.
was it. Yeah, just because it needed it. I had to get a new axle, so I just trust it and trust it a little better than the last one was.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
So besides winning this year, worst case scenario is you gonna try to dethrone Brad this year if you can.
Ah, I would love to, but it's gonna be tough. I can tell you that.
It's gonna be a nail. I think it's gonna come down to the last race of the year again. I really do.
2 years experience, 24. I'm gonna go with the guy that's got 24 before too.
Now, bad part of it is, man, you know how it is. It could be any
It's
dog's,
anybody's game at any time.
and it
Fuck
just
yeah.
the main thing that plays a part. Brock can attest to this: track conditions
Yeah.
and and over judging.
Yep.
Because
That's like Morrow County. I I don't I couldn't repeat that run if you told me to. It just
dude, you
happened.
just drove. You just
Yeah.
drove. That's all you did. You
If
drove,
you would
man.
have
You
told
drove the
me
shit out
pulling
of it.
into Morrow County, you're gonna win this race, I would have told you you're full of shit. I was top 10, cup one or two top fives all year, and then all of a sudden just came out of nowhere.
And that was right after Tyler ran too. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Tyler just took over first from Brad in that race
I
too.
still I still don't count it fully because it wasn't a timer and there's you know how that is.
I know because technically that wasn't even one of the points race, but I
Yeah, was
mean,
it fast? Yes. Do I think I beat everybody by 2 seconds? Maybe. I'm not
yeah,
guaranteeing that though.
no, not the well neighbor. I talked to the. I actually know the guy that's in charge of the fair board up there, Dave Pierce. Him and his son Evan have Stormer.
Yeah.
They use fucking stopwatches.
Yeah.
They go old school stopwatches up there when they run up there at Morrow County. I'm like, dude, I said you can't do that, man.
No. Well, another thing is
No.
they said something about is once your front tires hit, and I launched my truck off the long jump, so I know there was no way I had 2 seconds on everybody because most of everybody else was just tapping their tires.
Yeah, they were getting it just enough up and over that last
Yeah.
jump.
And I
Yeah.
went for it. So there was maybe, but I
But
don't
yeah,
believe it.
I think a lot of the fairs, you can. I don't know if your opinion. They need to go to like what Croton and Mount Vernon have.
Yeah, everybody
They
needs a
need to
laser.
go. They need the laser timers.
Well, that's why the point series set up that way. That makes it the most fair you can. It's all on a laser. There's no if, ands, buts, bitching about this, bitching about that.
Yep.
There's a laser there. What your time says is what automatically happens.
And that's what I like about Knox and Croton. At the end of the finished jump, your time's done. That when you jump at the end, that's just extra show. Your time's already done as soon
Yeah, I
as your
never knew
front.
that.
Yeah, as soon as your front nose or tires hit that beam on the long jumps, it's your time's already done. You're just putting on a show after that.
Yeah, I never knew that because at Knox, I came out for the top 10 and I sent it off that long jump. And I'm watching everybody else and they're just hitting it bare. I'm like, what's going on? And then I found out the
Yep.
timer was at the end and I'm like, well,
Yeah, it's right there at the mouth. It was right there at the mouth of it, right there.
yeah.
Actually, right before you go up on, they have it sitting right there. And Croton was the same way. So yeah, you
Yeah, I
guys are
had
just
no
putting on a
idea.
show for that. But yeah, I got almost got the blown up motor out of my silver Jeep out and got another one getting ready to go in it. Then it's
Uh-oh.
got the inside of it and get my shocks for it and shit and get a decent set of 16s to put on it and I'll be ready. Get the cage welded in. So
There you go. That'll
I'm
be
gonna come
fun.
play with I'm gonna come play with you guys and try to give you a run for your money on short tracks.
Try to give Jared a run for his money.
Only if he unhooks the bottle.
Ah, I don't know anything about that.
I do. I've seen it personally.
Oh man,
No, his thing is even without the bottle, he's running the stroke inline six.
that Jeep runs good, man. Wildfire does too.
Wildfire runs good when the driver wants to run good.
Ah, I haven't watched it that much, but every time I've seen it run this year, it ran good.
Yeah, there was a couple. He had a little hiccup at Croton.
He must have been late because I don't even remember watching him.
Yeah, he was He was right before Kyle ran.
Oh, maybe I did watch it, but I was so out of it. It was like
Well, I mean,
3.
how I was gonna say it was like what 3 o'clock in the morning when Kyle
Oh
finally
god, it
pretty
was
much
so
got
late.
done running.
He
Yeah,
was like the last 10 people to go.
yeah, but I tell you what, I couldn't believe there were still how many of us fans were actually still there at that late on Friday
Yeah,
night for that.
but I would rather go late than early. That's just me
Right.
personally. Well, that's probably anybody, but I would rather be the farthest I can from the pack. I think that's a
Well,
lot with everybody.
that's the thing. That's like at Coshocton, Brad got lucky and got far back as he did, and then here you, Al, and Tyler are all right there in the top first 10, first
Yeah,
5, really. It's
there was
like
like
Jesus.
I think there was 5 or 6 mods in the first 12 trucks
Yeah.
because I think Tyler was second, Al was right behind him, I was sixth, and then there was like 2 or 3 more right behind me,
Yep.
right off the rip.
Oh yeah. It's this year's gonna be neat. It's gonna be interesting to see how things pan out. See what everybody's off season looks like. Looks like Marion's gonna be where we're gonna find out with a lot of them.
Yeah, my plan is to be there. I didn't go last year because it was monsooning, and I was like,
Well,
I'm good.
Yeah.
we're gonna find out this year. Hopefully the Jeep's done. I'll see you guys at Marion with it. So that'll probably be the debut of the Jeep.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I'm gonna run myself with the Jeep. I'm gonna probably if I make it to Marion, Knox, and Morrow County, Coshocton. I'm gonna put one of the kids in. He got a phone call.
Oh shit.
You there?
Yeah, you just got a text message or a phone call,
Hello?
didn't you? You there? Hold on. Hang on, Brock.
What the heck?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Oh, what the heck?
There he goes. He's gonna come back in. Little technical difficulty. That's the only downfall using your cell phone streaming. I learned the hard way.
Oh yeah, that's what I got going on with mine.
So yeah, that was that was like as soon as I seen that, I knew what happened.
I'm back.
That's the only downfall streaming on your phone.
Yep, I got phone calls.
I knew as soon as your screen went black, I'm like, phone call.
Cousin Kyle called, the one
Oh,
guy that
okay.
knows I'm on here.
Okay. But no, I'm gonna try to run Marion and Knox, and then I'm gonna probably turn the kids loose at one of the kids loose at Croton. Let them
There you
run
go.
Croton, and then I'm gonna hit Morrow and Coshocton County. But I'm gonna be ballsy. I might hit a couple of monster truck shows with it, even though it's a stock Jeep.
I would.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
More the better. I plan to
Oh, yeah.
run as much as I possibly. I kind of slacked last year, to be honest with you.
Well, some
But
of the
I also broke 7 axles last year, so
and then endoed at the end of the year.
yeah.
At least it was the end of the year, not.
I can recall 2 or 3 times I put an axle in the shop, went out to the field, and within 5 minutes it was broken again.
Damn, dude. You sound like you had the luck like Wes did with his steering knuckles and shit on his. Except
There
yours
was
was the axle.
I broke 7 axles. The ball joints came out of it 2 or 3 times. Endoed it. It was all bad.
It's all
Yeah.
right. You got it out of your system now. You should be good to go.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the lucky 2s come around.
Yeah, you never know, man. It's a driver's game when we're doing this stuff, man. It's how
Sure.
bad we want it and how bad everybody else wants it and track conditions and all that stuff. So I mean it'll just vary.
Absolutely.
But you gonna do anything else this season besides racing? Besides working and racing?
Probably not. Be honest with you, you know just as well as I do. These things are a full-time job.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
you go to
and
a
that
race, you look it over, you go back to another race, you look it all over, you go to work. Once that race season starts, the beginning of the season is bad, but it seems like right after Knox, it's hammered down.
yeah, Tyler, we know you put a front end underneath the Jeep all the time after you ran it.
Must run the family, I guess.
You guys, I swear, it's something always either the axle or steering. Because that one year, Brad lost the steering, the tie rod came off right at the
Yep.
finish. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. And he had a run that year that he could have
Oh yeah.
easily took Knox that year, and here the damn tie rod comes undone on him.
I'd say he's going to be fun to watch at Knox because he's itching for that one.
Oh yeah, he told. I ran into him the day. He was just getting the motor back together. He just got all of his stuff for it back together.
Oh, nice.
He's getting it ready to go back in the truck.
Good.
So
It's getting there. It's coming. It's right. It's not as far away as it seems.
oh no,
It seems like these last couple months, the off season kind of takes a while. It's like once you get a month or 2 away, it starts flying, and you're like, I'm behind.
right.
I haven't done anything.
Well, and the other thing is though, you're only doing one truck. He's doing two.
Yeah, that's the other thing. He's got a lot.
Yeah. But if anybody, you know as well as I do, if anybody can do it, Brad can do it. I mean, but he's also got a good support system, that can help him when he needs the help and shit. So that's the plus side of stuff.
We were out there one night, me, Kyle, Will, Jamie. We were out there until like 3 a.m. putting a transmission in that thing one night. Putting the transmission, all of it back together.
Hell, the one night you guys, Kyle came in and seen me like 3 different times for Universals just for that thing when I was working at O'Reilly's.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen you guys on the regular. I mean, it was awesome. But yeah, most of the time it was for stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens with mine this year. I know it's kind of just a stockish ordeal. I'm gonna put a decent set of shocks all the way around and some tires and cage it.
It's not a bad way to go. I can guarantee it's cheaper than what we got going on.
Sad part is I get it. It's cheaper, but if we'll do it, and had the money to do it, I'd want what you guys has got. Honestly.
Yeah. For comfort wise, yes, but I do. There is times I miss my Jeep. It was just fun to go out there and just beat the hell out of that thing.
Well, you never know if it stays together by Croton. Maybe you'll double dip a Friday night at Croton. Might get you can play a me and run stock that night too. Besides the
Hmm.
mod,
I'd be okay
we'll,
with that.
we'll see what happens and see what one of the kids is up to then if they don't want to drive.
If
I
the
know the
front end's
boys,
out from under it afterwards, I don't want to hear it though.
dude. The junkyards. I know a place that I can get all kinds of front ends out from underneath it. So
Right?
I can go get them. It's all good. But yeah,
As long as
but
I don't
yeah,
end it.
dude. When I'm gonna have the way this cage is gonna be done at Endos, if the fucker comes down, roof and stuff comes on you, shame on me. Because I got a guy that's gonna be doing my cage that he does this shit for a living. So if
Nice.
so I mean, and he's doing it as a favor because we're doing a collab between my personal YouTube channel and his YouTube channel. It's my one of my buddies that has that We Broke Garage that I hang out with.
Yep.
He's we're doing a collab on the build on that. So
Safety is never anything to shy away from.
nope.
I will preach
I
that.
got cage, suspension seat, and my 5-point harness. So
Yep.
and
I'll say that from just anything. Safety is always key, no matter what you're doing.
that
Well,
and
that's one thing I really don't like about the stock stuff is you guys would go and put a cage in and everything, and they want to just consider it modified. And it's like we're just trying to. You guys are just trying to be safe, you know.
I'll come play. You know what? I don't care. I'll come play with the mods if they want to bitch because I got safety in there. Fuck it.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I look at it is like they're just trying to be safe. They don't want to get hurt. But they
Well, that's the other thing is they look at a mod. They consider a mod. You got a cutter brake. All it's
yeah.
doing is help. It's a turning brake. I get
Yep.
these other people don't want to spend the money. They're just buying their $500 jalopy to go run. But there's a lot of these stock guys
Yeah.
like Jared, like Wildfire, the Irvins when they were hot into it. All their Jeeps had the cutter brakes, and they were still stock shit.
It was funny. Tyler, my brother, figured out how to pull the handbrake. And yeah, I don't know how he did it, but he was turning with the best of them.
Yeah, I
Hell,
mean, if you do it just right with those handbrakes, if it works right enough, you can do that shit.
Yeah.
You don't need it. But yeah, they do put us in different categories just for the safety aspect of things.
They need to have a cheater stock class, and that's just the fact of the matter.
Yeah,
like,
I
There's
get
too
it.
much in between. Here's a little gravy, and this is a little not good.
Right.
They need to just have a cheater stock like the Jamborees did.
oh
Yep. Do
yeah.
this. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, we'd have to deal with the Bronco in the class, but you know what? Not every time that Bronco is going to win. Brad's not going to win, or whoever,
Right.
or Kyle's going to win with that Bronco.
But the bad
But
thing
still,
is I could be wrong, but none of these fairs post a set of rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
but they'll have people once you show up to the fair go cry to the fair
Yeah.
board and stuff. Oh, he got a cutter brake in his
Yeah,
stock Jeep
exactly.
with shocks. You
They
can
need
go
to.
buy it off the shelf. It's no fucking different than anybody
Yeah.
else.
They need to make if they want to complain, and they need to make a set of rules
Right.
and justify what is stock and what is modified
Well,
because there's too much gray area in between of what's what.
Coshocton's a prime example.
You'll go to one place and you'll be stock, and then you go the next week to the other place and they're like, "You're modified," and it's like, "What do you? I just ran stock the last 5 weeks."
Right. They tried to pull that shit with Jared at a couple of the races he went to last year.
That Jeep I had just a built front end in it, and they put me in modified at Croton.
Huh?
Yeah, it had a roll cage, and yeah, it was a joke.
See, that's what I
Yeah.
don't understand with that kind of deal. All those years, Dalton and all them, Ryan Smith, all those guys, all they did is had aftermarket, buy off the shelf suspension shit with the cages and a cutter brake, and they ran Croton stock all the goddamn time, and people
Yeah,
would they're one of the ones that they bitched about,
Yeah.
and they still let them run in there. But you do it one time with a decent front end. Oh, you're
Hmm.
running mods. Oh, I
Yep.
know.
Oh, it was. I was like, whatever. I'm here to have fun. I'm not winning. I just want to race. I don't care.
Right, but I mean, it's just the fair boards. That's one of those
I
things. The
got out
fair
of there
boards,
early, so that worked out for me.
but like you said, the fair boards need to come to kind of together,
Yeah.
especially the points race fair board, because there is some couple of stock people will get into it, but just to keep it just in case. Hey, this is cheater stock, this is stock, and this is
Yeah.
modified. I mean,
Oh
if you
yeah.
can't, that's what they need to, where they need to go through. And I mean, it just takes a little time. It's like going through a demolition derby, dude. Show up
Yeah.
an hour early, go through tech, or a couple hours early, whatever. Go
Yeah.
through a tech, be done.
Yep.
But have somebody who knows what the fuck they're looking at to
Yeah.
consider
Yeah.
cheater stock, or we're gonna put you in a mod class.
Yeah.
Not now. Coshocton, White XJ, V8 swapped LS swap motor. Yes, that's a modified truck.
Yeah.
But Jeeps did come with the 4.7s and the 5.2s in them, so
Right. There's a lot of V8 Jeeps out there now.
all because I put sheet metal to enclose the inside of mine to keep the antifreeze from getting me if it blew through. Yeah. Oh, I know, Tyler. That
Yeah,
it's
he put a
noisy.
box in
Yep.
like all of us mod guys have to cover up all of his stuff, and they threw a
Yeah.
fit. It's like
Yep.
it's just a safety aspect. It's not get under the truck and look at everything.
I'm getting message from Bobby, and about Jamie telling me I need to learn how to drive that thing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You guys can talk all shit you want. Jamie, I seen how you drove the Bronco the one time you got to drive it. You want to talk
Oh
about driving?
no.
I'll call you out right here on my own show on that one. I remember that.
Uh-oh. Must have fell
Oh,
asleep.
no, they're still on. It's just Bobby hit me up and told me about it, so
Good.
they're giving a shit. But yeah, I mean, it's just dumb. They want you to be safe, but yet they want to critique the shit
Yeah.
because, like you said, they don't have the set of rules set there to follow.
Forget where I think it was Medina. I went up to it. It was a pain. I'll admit it was a pain in the ass.
Really?
It's, you try. No, the track was fun and everything. Everything was all right. But they tech you there, and
At
you have to be
Medina?
yeah, and you have to be teched by 650 or something.
Oh shit.
But it is a cluster to even get in there. I left and sat in line for like 45 minutes and pulled in. And I had to hurry up, get out of my truck, pull everything off, all because they wanted to see that I had a helmet, which I get it, safety things, I get it.
Right.
All they wanted to check was I had a helmet and all my safety gear and a
They could have
fire
walked
extinguisher.
around
They
the.
wanted
They
a
could have
fire
walked around the.
extinguisher.
They could have walked around to the fucking trailers. Took the time to do that.
Yeah, because I remember it was Karen and Mike. I was just walking around talking to people, and they're like, "Did you tech yet?" And I'm like, "What are you talking
Mm.
about?"
Did
They're
Huron
like,
Tech this year up there at
um,
Norwalk?
"No."
I thought they were going to be teching because of that bullshit that happened.
I think they tech the stock guys, but they didn't tech us mods.
Okay, because they
But
figured.
they have fairboard people that do walk around there. They did this year because I
Did
there was a
they?
couple fairboard guys that walked around in my truck and looked at everything.
Well, that's what they need. They
Yeah,
honestly they need to do that at all the fairs, man, because we don't want incidences like that to happen.
right. But yeah,
Hell no.
Medina did they teched you fully.
Well, Coshocton did for the stock class.
Yeah, and I
So
was I get it for the stock guys. I mean, I think was it Brad that was on the podcast and was like, just make like have us pull up and like hit a little run and use our brakes right before we go.
yeah,
That's intelligent. That's smart as can be
Well, no,
because
I mean, you see them. They want you to stop at the end of the run.
yeah,
It doesn't matter, dude. You can have breaks. I get it. You can have breaks the whole run, but some of these guys, like the incident at Norwalk, motherfucker knew he didn't have shit and still ran.
yeah, that was a joke. Yeah,
He almost cost two people that we know their fucking lives because he wanted to
yeah,
be an idiot.
that was stupidity.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but and that's the thing too with Knox. When you look when they post, they have a little thing of rules: must have operating brakes. But you know what? You could pinch all the lines off and have one side working.
Yep.
That's what they don't realize. You need at least both front brakes
Especially
or both back brakes working.
especially coming off something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure 90% of people do it on purpose, but there's always that opportunity chance to go in the pond.
Well, look
But
what
I think
happened.
it seems like most of them do it on purpose, like the stock Jeeps and everything.
Well, go look what happened with Travis Stevens.
Yeah,
Who would
that
have
was
thought?
just
Who would have thought that was going to break the way it did?
tire
That's just
flew
kind of.
off, brake line. I mean, yeah,
But but yeah, you're right. A lot of them at Knox, they do that shit on purpose, and
yeah.
you can tell who's serious about trying to get stopped, and you can tell the ones
Like,
that are basically trying to get the crowd going.
Yeah, I
I
think it was
get it.
2 years ago. There was literally walls and then a little gap, and this guy's just going and then just whips it into the opening. I'm like, yeah, you definitely did do that on purpose.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's fun. It's funny to watch. Don't get me wrong. I laugh. It's stupid, but at the same time, it's like, all right, come on, like let's get it going.
Well, and that's the part
Because
that
then you have to
drag.
sit there and wait for 20 minutes, and
Right, and you guys has already got heat in your trucks and shit and everything else, and then they're like, "Oh, you need to shut them off." It's like, no, 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 I'm not shutting this off because it's a
yeah,
bitch. It's and a lot of these trucks, once they get warmed up and then they get shut off and cool down for a little bit, it takes them a minute to get those motors back up to temp.
well, I had a major issue. Like if I shut mine off after I could charge my battery fully before I went. Once I got it fired up, if I shut like I get fired up and warm it up on the trailer and everything, get it off. Once
Right,
I was sitting there staging, if I had to shut it off, 8 out of 10 times, somebody had to run to get my jump box because it would
have the
not.
jump box. Yeah.
It would. I
What's
don't
up,
know.
Corey?
There's a lot of wiring stuff in mine that was ugly, so I think something was pulling out of there or something.
You had a draw.
Because it was. I mean, it would be fully charged, put it in there, and it'd be done.
Johnny, your phone going off or something?
Yeah, I hear that too.
oh, shit. I didn't see that. Sorry, gentlemen. Hang on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
you're fine, dude. I just felt the vibrating in my ears. I was like,
Yeah, I
I'm
heard it.
like, no, but yeah, I mean, it just simple little things like that, man. It goes a long way.
Yeah,
And I mean, honestly, any of the guys out there that are watching it runs the stock that don't have it and run the normal seatbelts, reach out to people. Look on Marketplace. There's 5-point harnesses they're giving the fuck away that are still good. They're just
yeah,
expired for like drag racing and shit. That can still be used. Put your bar or something behind the seat. Give yourself a little more safety to hold you in your damn seat, even
yeah.
if you don't buy a suspension seat or anything else.
I had never used one until then, and it's crazy how locked down they put you. Like
I'll tell you
once
what.
you're in there, if you tighten yourself up, you ain't moving.
Yeah, that's like what last year running for when I ran Lance's Jeep. I told him flat out, I am not running the stock seatbelt.
Yeah,
He's like, okay, do what you got to do. I said, I'm putting a 5-point harness in there and I'm wearing it because I learned my lesson before. Fucking the seatbelt shifting doesn't hold you in. You're flopping around everywhere. I mean,
oh yeah,
it was almost worse than being in a derby, dude, getting flopped around in
absolutely.
there with a stock seatbelt. I
I've
get
never
the
been to
guy.
Derby, but I'd like to.
Hey, man. What's
You'll
up?
feel it the next day. So
I'd like to
Hello,
try it
dog
once.
you.
yeah, you'll feel the next day bad. Trust me.
Oh, I can imagine.
But yeah, it's one of those deals. I mean, just reach out to a local racer or something. I mean,
Yeah,
to be safe. I mean, it's gonna happen. You can still get hurt, like the back incidences and everything else. It'll happen,
Yeah.
but at least you're not gonna get flung into the steering wheel and all that shit like you do, or laid over in the passenger side or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It's
And
easy.
those guys that don't even pull out their airbags and just go off and knock. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's fucking crazy the way they do that shit.
Oh, I
But
know.
but yeah, they just go through the process. I get it, man. It's just something to go out and have fun, but at the same time, you got to put that little extra safety in there.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, other than that, man, I mean, it's going to be an interesting season all around for rough trucks because we got hell the monster truck show is going to be adding that besides the point series for the fair series coming up. Hopefully, Tyler will announce a meeting and shit. I'm actually think I'm gonna jump in on that this year too, because my buddy Corey here with the collab too, he's gonna be one of my primary sponsors.
Nice.
So I plan on trying to hit at least 6 to 8 races this year if possible. So
There
as
you
long
go.
as that way, and it gives us both content for our channels and shit too on top of that. So, but I
Absolutely.
also But I also want to sometime this spring and summer. You're here, and you'll be the first one I'll bring it up to. Um, I'm gonna go get a day where I can go over to Corey's to do it for my personal channel. I kind of want to do a shop deal. You know what I mean? Kind of go around, talk with you at your shop and stuff, and just do a hangout video kind
Yeah.
of thing. During the summer, once the season starts and stuff. Yeah, you're right, Corey. As long as it holds together, you are correct.
That's always the name of the game.
um, I think I can get that for you, Jamie. I'll have to go back through. I think I actually have that on my old phone, believe it or not.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I know somebody that's got it.
yeah. I remember. I remember when he ran that. So, but yeah, it's that's the plan. If I can get it to stay, like Corey said, we get it to stay together. I definitely gonna try to get that many races in. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it'd
But
be
yeah,
fun.
other than that, man, you got anything else you want to talk about other than just the racing aspect of stuff? Or
No, I think that's all I got. I think I hit everything I needed to.
sweet, dude. I'm looking forward to this season and everything else, bro.
Me
That and
too.
everybody, I know it's what 3 months away,
Yeah.
Marion. Stay tuned. Go over to Brock Talbert's Facebook page. Start send him a friends request or start following him. He's got a big surprise in store that he's going to unveil for Marion County. You heard it here first. Nobody knows about it but him. But I
Yeah.
figured I'd get it out there here for everybody else. So um, we'll get it taken care of and everything. Then maybe we can do a debut over on Pierce Motorsports too the day
Maybe.
before the race. We'll get
Maybe.
together. So. Alrighty, everybody. This is Brock Talbot. Brock, thanks again, buddy, for coming up and stuff. I will be in touch
Well,
with
good to
you
see
here in
you.
a couple days.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
yep, we'll see you later on, man.
See ya.
Nice, Zemphius. 2 high limit, dude. Hell yeah, man. That's fucking cool as hell. Thank you, everybody,
Right.
for tuning in and stuff tonight on Speedway Stories. Thank you, Brock, again for coming up, talking about your upcoming season. It's going to be on the rough truck side. It's going to be an interesting season, especially on the modified side. These guys has got more than just the fair races this year. Get to know you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate with him, Johnny streaming over that you came in and hanging out over here. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Good to see you, brother.
Oh, so you get to see the high limit guys regularly. That's nice, Zemphius. Fuck yeah, you asshole. I definitely got to come out there and spend about a month with you. Go out. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the modified season, it's kind of with that new full throttle, like JR said last Thursday on the show and everything that he's going to do with the monster truck show gives guys in the modified trucks a point series and some money to run for, let alone we got our county fair point series where you're against, everybody, best of the best that signs up for it and everything else. But they get a chance this year to prove not only one time, but maybe twice a week to show what they got and everything else. So it's going to be an interesting race season on the modified side and just rough trucks in general. It's going to be a fun year. But yeah, we appreciate you all tuning in and everything else. Like I said, Johnny, once again, dude, thanks for co-hosting with me as always.
Always a pleasure, brother. Thank you.
So you all have a great Monday night. Make sure you tune in to all the other shows. The bio links down at the bottom and stuff. Check out every show. We got shows pretty much 7 days a week. We've got 3 new shows now on here, and everything else. Glick's got Glick's Drive-In on Monday nights right before my show. Unfortunately, the night his guest ended up with a flu. Yes, Corey, I will see you tomorrow night, brother. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for coming in, man. And then Glick's got Glick's House of Music tomorrow night. He's got a guest. Oh, I can't remember who it is. And then Wednesday is Glick's Comedy Lounge, which he'll have a guest on that show. Thursday, Johnny and I were still kind of in the air on either doing cold-blooded conversations, or I'm going to try to talk to Mr. J.R. Rouse or somebody else to see we may do another Speedway Stories. But I think this Thursday we're going to do a cold-blooded conversations. I got some updates on some new things happening through U.S. ARC, some new laws in some other states, and share some information on that and everything else. So Thursday night, be back here at 8 o'clock with me and Johnny for cold-blooded conversations, talking all things animals. Friday night, your boy and Johnny's back again. We're going to do Wally's Motorsports World. It's basically shop talk, hang out, just have a group of people. It's strictly motorsports and the car hobby, dirt bikes, motorcycles, all that stuff. Anything that has a motor and stuff, we'll talk about on Friday. That's at 8 o'clock on Friday nights. Up until, I'm going to give it until probably the middle of April, because here in Ohio, race season starts around here and stuff. And I'm going to try to hit some events up and stuff and get videos and stuff for my personal channel on Friday. So it's a temporary thing for now. It may take off even more depending. And then Saturday, of course, is Nonsensical Nonsense, where we have the open panel challenge here. We open the door to everybody come hang out and do a bunch of crazy shit and hang out together and bullshit for 6 hours. And Sunday is Unnecessary Roughness with Glick and Rick. Talk everything sports. And this next Sunday, if I'm correct, Sunday night is Glick and Kayla. They're talking the Veil. It's basically paranormal activities and stuff here in the state of Ohio they talk on. And then we're back here Monday night. We have another special guest. Mark DeGromolo will be on the show to talk about the car hobby, drag and drive events, what got him into the hanging out with his dad and stuff and everything else, being in the car scene. We'll have him on there. And then, of course, if you didn't see on the Facebook page and everything else, the 23rd, we will have Talon on here. It's a Florida guy. He was on here last Friday, kind of gave him a taste of what the podcasting scene was. He may be a regular on my Friday night stuff too, the Garage Shop Talks hanging out. But he'll be my guest, and we're going to go through about the Florida car culture and his hobby and stuff and what got him the passion into it and stuff, and talk a little bit more about his Nova and everything that he has, and some of his upcoming projects and races he wants to do. But you all have a great rest of your week. Like I said again, thank you all for tuning in. Johnny, stick around after the show. I'll talk to you in a minute. You guys have a great week. Enjoy this nice weather, especially here in Ohio. I'm fucking loving it. Hopefully, Johnny, it keeps getting warm over your way, too. We will see you guys Thursday night for Cold-Blooded Conversations. We'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Good to see everybody.